Hey, it's Uncle Chubbs. Now, in this video, we're going to kind of go into the darker side of the superpowers and how they are controlled and slash regulated amongst the world. Now, with the more common abilities, like the basic elemental or particle or even energy control, those are more common. Those are actually allowed within the world. Nobody would even care if you go around just creating fireballs as long as you're not destroying anything. Now, it gets down to when you start getting more and more powerful, or you start researching things that technically shouldn't be researched. Now, most of these rules and regulations are known by the public, like don't summon demons, don't alter anyone or anything's soul, things like that. But there's also other things that aren't talked about, like some intergalactic powers, like solar flares or other pretty much powerful things that, if used on the planet, could cause harm to the planet, if not mass death. Anyone that uses such powers will be hunted down and eliminated. If found out that these powers are being bred, like if there's a family that can do these powers and they have children, then that family and the children could even possibly be hunted down and executed for such things. They do not play around when it comes to the safety and the controllability of these powers. So if you're thinking about, well, if somebody's super powerful, well, they got people specifically skilled and trained just to get rid of people of high power. Um, Whether they're from a child or as an old man. It doesn't really matter who has these powers, but if they're really powerful, overpowered, or overall just very dangerous, then these users or the people who know how to use these powers will actually be hunted down and eliminated by this force, kind of like a global police. Now, the people that hunt down these people are paid for it, so there's actually a high reward for anyone reporting in this information of anyone doing it, anyone uh, pretty much capturing or eliminating these people, and pretty much it's actually one of the more high paying jobs within this world. People that are specifically picked just to hunt down other people or things. Now, I do apologize with this video. There's not much to look at. I'm kind of just sitting in a car within a parking lot. It's not really much to do. But I kind of wanted to talk about more or less the aspect of powers and how, if you don't go about it correctly, you can be hunted down and eliminated. Pretty much people who train and use their powers only for killing or destroying things would always be on watch. And once they get to the point of being too powerful, that's when most people will take that step. Um, People that just report you for using certain skills, which these skills aren't just like for every category. You could only get so powerful within certain skills before, you know. My bad. Pretty much what I was trying to say is, if you're gonna use like fire, you will be able to use that for so long before it gets dangerous to use. Same thing for any element or any other power through the energy or particle alteration skill tree. Pretty much the only overpowered ones are things that can cause mass damage, which you should know more or less which can cause a lot of damage and which one isn't. It's kind of like understanding what you're about to do. If you are about to kill a bunch, maybe you shouldn't do it. Unless, well, it's really up to you, but the goal And to this message is more or less to kind of warn you on how strict the laws are for using your powers. Because for people that don't have powers or people that are just incapable of defending themselves, this would just be too scary to even deal with. It would cause kind of a chaotic state amongst the world if somebody too powerful was capable of just doing what they wanted. Or if they weren't doing what they wanted, they could do it at any time. It's almost the idea of Superman and who would stop him if he decided to do whatever. Which that's not originally gave me the thought, but it's a great example. If you were Superman and you can do whatever, people are gonna want to try to stop you. And as you can see in Superman, it pretty much happens or tries to happen a lot. And that's pretty much how people will feel and react to people who have a lot of power. Not telling you to refrain from it, because if you go about it an appropriate way, you could even become a high scholared teacher or a more or less praised person on pretty much learning the art of your power, which is a good thing. Most people actually appreciate people that do that. But for those who go about it in a bad way, then you gotta learn sooner or later. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll be posting more soon.